kegiatan pemandu perkuliahan pada pagi hari ini. Jadi
Siapa peminta?
Prof. Dr. Nurdin Sir sama Dr. Lasundra.
Penguji?
Penguji Mr. Samtidar sama kita Pak Mutar dan Pak Agus Salim, Sir.
Tidak bisa kalau dua jin yang hadir.
Sementara sudah saya hubungi, Sir, cuman dia bilang masih belum direspon, Sir.
Oh gitu.
Sudah ada yang Pak
Saya-
Samtidar juga di sini, Sir.
Oh sudah ada.
Sudah ada, Sir.
Oke, jadi I think it is complete, I think. So
Iya,
the examiners, me and Pak Samtidar, and also your supervisor.
iya, Sir.
Alright. Ya, yakin ya sudah ada ya?
Iya, Sir.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Salatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Alhamdulillah, today we send our deepest gratitude to the Almighty God because He has given us a good chance and good health this morning, so we can attend our research seminar today. And then, Alhamdulillah, today Haikal will be in charge to present his research result regarding with the use of the implementation of artificial intelligence and its relationship with academic writing. So Alhamdulillah today, the Honorable Supervisor Team, Prof. Nurdin Noni M.Hum, and also the Honorable Dr. Lasundra SPD MPD, and the Honorable Examiners Team, Dr. Samtidar MPD, DD, myself, and also the Dr. Insinyur Agus Salim Jirong. Unfortunately, Dr. Agus Salim Jirong is not available today. He has to be in another activity at the same time with us our activity this morning. So also the honorable ladies and gentlemen, participants, thank you for your coming, for attending this seminar. And then to short the time, we'd like to invite the representative of supervisor to be the chairman or to be a chairman of our research result today. Is it Prof. Nurinoni is here or
Yes, ada, Sir.
Lasundra? Okay. Time is short, Prof. Tabi.
Oke, terima kasih. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. Today we will have a seminar on the result of the thesis research entitled The Use of ChatGPT in Teaching Writing. That will be delivered by Haikal Fikri, ya. This seminar will be given by Pak Samtidar, Dr. Muhammad Tahir, and Dr. Agus Salim. And this thesis is supervised by me and Pak Dr. Lasundra. Okay, I think the participants is quite enough, more than 10 people. Then we can proceed to the next session, that is presentation. And remember, Haikal, you have about 15 minutes to present your report, research report or result. Hopefully not more than that. Yeah, so pay attention to the important point that you will address in your presentation. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Haikal Fikri, time is yours.
Thank you, Prof. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, everyone. The Honorable Professor Dr. Nurdin Nuni M. Hum as the first supervisor, the Honorable Dr. Lasundra M. Hum as the second supervisor, the Honorable Samtidar SPD MED Tesol ADD as the first examiner, the Honorable Dr. Muhammad Tahir SPD MPD MED Area as the second examiner, the Honorable Dr. Insinyur Agus Salim Jirong MT as the third examiner, and all the participants today examination. May Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala always bless us. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude for the opportunity that was given. Today, I'm going to present my thesis entitled The Use of ChatGPT in Teaching Writing. So, in this opportunity, let me explain some part of my thesis which include introduction, research findings, discussion, conclusion, and suggestion. So let's do the next part, in which is the introduction. In this part, I will explain several kinds of part of my thesis. The first is the research background. So I will start from the background of this research. So the teaching in the new curriculum has provided new challenges for teachers due to complexity and diversity of the student. It can be difficult for a teacher to instruct writing, especially to provide instant feedback on student writing. Therefore, some aspect of writing assessment such as ideas, organization, grammar, vocabulary, spelling, and punctuation are not fulfilled optimally. To enhance the teaching of writing, teachers may be involved in using technology to provide feedback to students. In the last few decades, several technologies such as chatbot have been employed in education. Chatbot such as ChatGPT has numerous benefits, including providing instant feedback on writing. On the other hand, there is a potential of cheating that can be done by students by creating writing from ChatGPT. This makes student writing lack originality and violates academic integrity. So based on the previous research background, the researcher formulated the research question as follows. The first is, how is the ChatGPT implemented in teaching writing? The second is, how do the teacher and student perceive the use of ChatGPT in teaching writing? And the third is, how does the implemented ChatGPT impact the writing skills? Okay, in addition, this research consists of several literature reviews, including ChatGPT in language learning, teaching writing, the teachers and student perception, and the last is the use of ChatGPT in teaching writing. The Honorable, the Board of Supervisor and Board of Examiner. In this research, the researcher used a descriptive qualitative approach. This is because the researcher described how the teacher implemented ChatGPT in the teaching of writing, how the teacher and student perceive ChatGPT in writing, and how the impact of ChatGPT in student writing skill. Moreover, purposive sampling was used by the researcher. The researcher selected 3 classes in grade 11 visual communication design at vocational 1 Polwali, in which each class had 31 students. The 3 classes were 11 DKP 1, 11 DKP 2, and 11 DKP 3. In addition, the research selected 7 students and 1 English teacher as subject for the interview. This is because the teacher and student utilized ChatGPT in the learning process. And then in this study, the researcher used non-participant observation in 3 classes in grade 11 visual communication design department. In addition, the researcher used an observation checklist as a guideline when observing both the teacher and students. The researcher investigated how the teacher planned, implemented, and evaluated the learning process using ChatGPT. Therefore, observations were conducted 3 times in each 3 classes. Moreover, the researcher used semi-structured interviews. This is so that the researcher can investigate more deeply the teacher and student perception toward the implementation of ChatGPT in teaching writing. In addition, the documentation data in the research was used to complement data from interviews and observation. Furthermore, the researcher collected the pictures from recap student assignment result. And then the researcher used triangulation to ensure data validity. In this study, source triangulation was employed by the researcher by comparing information obtained from various sources. This included data interviews, observation, and student assignment result. The data analysis in this research adapted from Miles, Haberman, and Saldana 2014. There are 4 stages, including data collection, data condensation, data display, and data conclusion. The Honorable, the Board of Supervisor and Board of Examiners, let me explain the research findings. In this research findings, the researcher divided the findings into 3 sections. The first is the implementation of ChatGPT in teaching writing as the first research question. In these findings, the researcher divided into 3 sections. The first is plan for using ChatGPT in learning process. And then the use of ChatGPT in the learning process and evaluation of student writing skill. Let me explain the first section. So the plan for using ChatGPT in the learning process. The teacher had prepared the teaching plan properly. This is because the teacher had adapted the teaching module to integrate ChatGPT as a tool to provide feedback. In addition, the teacher and student had already used ChatGPT previously in the teaching process, so the teaching module did not include the step of using ChatGPT. And then the use of ChatGPT in the learning process, the use of ChatGPT in the teaching of writing was implemented properly. ChatGPT assisted the student in analyzing errors and providing writing feedback. In addition, the teacher also facilitated the student in providing additional feedback. Therefore, the use of ChatGPT provided new experiences and knowledge for both the teacher and the student in the teaching of writing. In contrast, there are obstacles experienced by the student, namely limited internet quota and gadget. And then evaluation of student writing skill. So the teacher assessed the student writing. This is because the teacher had planned the writing assessment instrument from the teaching modules. So there are several aspects of writing assessment plan. The aspect of writing assessment plan are knowledge, attitude, and skill. The aspect of the assessment instrument influence the student score. Therefore, the teacher adjusted the assessment instrument according to the learning objectives. In addition, this is conducted so that the teacher can evaluate the impact of ChatGPT on the student writing skill. Okay, the next the findings is the teacher and student perception of ChatGPT in teaching writing. So the researcher divided into two sections, namely perceived ease of use and perceived usefulness. This is adapted from Davis 1989 theory, namely the technology acceptance models. So let me explain the first section. In the perceived ease of use, the convenience offered by on ChatGPT is not only easy to use, but also easy to learn, controllable, clear and understandable, flexible, easy to become skillful, and easy to use. This is because the user interface that offered by ChatGPT is easy to understand by students and the teachers, because ChatGPT is based conversation, so students or teacher only input some kind of prompts, so they can using the prompt to get that what they want. And then also ChatGPT can be applied to lack of originality of student by using AI detector and plagiarism checker, because many people and or many students or teacher are afraid that student can cheating using ChatGPT. But nowadays there are several tools that teacher can use to evaluate the originality of writing student by using AI detector or plagiarism checker. And then in the pursuit of usefulness, the usefulness offered on ChatGPT is not only job acceleration, but also improve job performance, increase productivity, effectiveness, ease of work, and usefulness. This is because the ChatGPT can shorten the time by the teacher to analyze the error in writing of the student. So the teacher can give additional feedback, because sometimes the teacher are not correct all of the writing from the students, but ChatGPT can analyze very detail, so the student can understand about where is the part of this the text is need to be improved. And also ChatGPT can help the student to not only in the school or the classroom, but also in everywhere to use ChatGPT, so they can using ChatGPT anywhere and every time. Okay, the Honorable the Board of Supervisors and Board of Examiner. In this third research finding, the researcher divided the findings into three sections, namely experience in using ChatGPT, motivation in using ChatGPT, and student assignment result. So let me explain the first section. So in experiences in using ChatGPT, student experiencing in using GPT have positive impact in the terms of utilization of technology, increasing creativity and language acquisition. So the student follow the prompts given by the teacher, so the result obtained can be better and uniform. Furthermore, the feedback given by ChatGPT is very detailed, as sometimes the teacher miss some mistakes in student writing. This is because the prompt used on ChatGPT can provide result that match what is submitted. So the student don't feel ashamed to ask the teacher for correction. Nonetheless, students still evaluate themselves on the result of the feedback from ChatGPT. So the student better understanding errors in writing. The next is motivation in using ChatGPT. So the use of ChatGPT in teaching writing had a positive impact on student motivation to learn. This due to the ease of providing feedback that can help student in writing. Moreover, ChatGPT can be used on laptops and smartphones. So because ChatGPT is only website or application, so it's only require a Gmail account to register in ChatGPT. But on the other hand, the students are still guided by the teacher in evaluating the result of feedback from ChatGPT. This is due to the teacher's roles in facilitating and motivating students in the teaching process. Moreover, ChatGPT need to be applied in the teaching process. Next, the student assignment results. So the teacher only use the knowledge aspect, which includes the indicators of grammar, vocabulary, coherence, and meaningful assessment. Therefore, based on these indicators, the teachers graded the student assignment. The teacher also use some tools such as AI detector and plagiarism checker to check the originality of writing from the student. And then also it is evident that ChatGPT has an impact to improving student writing skills. The ChatGPT features in providing feedback on student writing, so the student gain new knowledge and experience in creating their writing. The next is discussion. In this section, the researcher discuss the result of data findings by linking them to the theory in the previous studies. So the researcher divided this section into three sections as follow. The first is the implementation of ChatGPT in teaching writing. The first discussion talking about the teacher compile a teaching plan by using ChatGPT as a tool to provide feedback on student writing. So this is supported by Holloway 2023 research, where the implementation of ChatGPT in teaching must be well planned so that the teaching process is clear and understood by student. And also, based on the observation data, the teacher divided student into groups. This is because some students did not have internet quota and gadgets. So the teacher anticipated dividing students into groups. Therefore, students could turn using their gadgets. The strategy is used to overcome this problem and to build cooperation among students. This is in line with CIDIC 2023 research that the teacher should implement teaching strategies to overcome the problem of limited facilities in the use of ChatGPT. The next is the teacher and student perception of ChatGPT in teaching writing. So the perceived ease of use had been achieved by both the teacher and student from each indicator. This is in line with Rahman et al. 2023 research that the ease of use of ChatGPT in teaching provided significance to understanding student attitudes, which then subsequently predicts their behavioral intention to use it. Similarly, Ruiz et al. 2023 research state that to minimize the difficulties of system user or system that are developed, the system must be easy for user to use. It means that with the current implementation of ChatGPT, it is easy for user to get feedback on writing. And then the perceived usefulness had been achieved by both the teacher and student from each indicator. This is supported by Rodriguez et al. 2023 research that ChatGPT provided various benefits to students such as feedback providers in the teaching process. Okay, let's continue to the last discussion, the impact of ChatGPT on student writing skill. So ChatGPT impacts student writing skill by providing new experiences and knowledge by using technology. The quick feedback makes students independent in checking their writing results. In addition, the results provided were also detailed and follow the teacher feedback. This is in line with Yan 2023 research that ChatGPT can be used to maximize efficiency in writing. Besides the experience in using ChatGPT, students are also motivated to use ChatGPT in the teaching writing. This is because ChatGPT is application-based and can be accessed via smartphones or laptops. This is supported by Ali et al. 2023 research that to motivate students to study independently, it was advised that ChatGPT be included in English teaching. The teacher also adjusted the way student writing was assessed after getting feedback from ChatGPT. In this case, the aspect of writing assessment used is knowledge. Therefore, there are only some indicators that are used such as grammar, vocabulary, coherence, and meaningful assessment. This is in line with Law 2023 research that the teacher should adjust the assessment method in the use of ChatGPT in the teaching process. So let's continue to the conclusion of this research. The first conclusion is the implementation of ChatGPT in teaching writing. So based on the result of the analysis of interview and observation data, it shows that the implementation of ChatGPT in teaching writing is well achieved. This is because the integration of ChatGPT in teaching of writing has been prepared with good planning through the teaching module. Although there are some students who are constrained by internet connection, but the teacher anticipated dividing students into groups. Therefore, students can take turns using the device. The next is the teacher and student perception of ChatGPT in teaching writing. So based on the result of the analysis of ChatGPT application using technology acceptance models theory, it showed that ChatGPT application has fulfilled two constructs of perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use. The percent of the ChatGPT application based on the perception, ease of use, and usefulness to user has a positive and significant effect on behavior and on behavioral intention of use. And the last, the impact of ChatGPT on student writing skill. Based on the analysis of interview data and documentation, it shows that the use of ChatGPT in teaching writing had an impact on student writing skills. This is because the student have a new experience in using technology in teaching writing. Moreover, the use of plagiarism checker and AI detector tools helps the teacher in checking and assessing the originality of student writing. And the last part is suggestion. The suggestion first for the English teacher. So the researcher suggests that the teacher should use ChatGPT not only to provide feedback, but also to utilize other features of ChatGPT. In addition, teacher should also strengthen control over the use ChatGPT so that cheating by student can be minimized. Moreover, teacher should explore better learning strategies in integrating technology into teaching. And the next suggestion for students, the researcher suggests that students should use ChatGPT more wisely by not cheating in teaching. In addition, ChatGPT is only a tool, not replacing the teacher's role in the teaching. Moreover, students should continue to improve their writing skill independently. And the next suggestion is for future researcher. The researcher suggests that the future researchers should conduct research on suitable teaching strategies to be integrated with ChatGPT. This will make the application of ChatGPT in the teaching process more optimal so that teachers and students get positive benefits from the use of this artificial intelligence. So I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much. And I will give it back to Professor Dr. Nordinoni. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that was the presentation by Haikal ya. Now I invite participant to ask question or give suggestions. Please raise your hand. On. Ya, Dian Akbar.
Yes, thank you, Prof. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, my question is, why do you use qualitative method in your research? Thank you, Prof.
Okay. Next one, Rahmat Musan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Thank you, Prof, to give me opportunity to give questions for Haikal Fikri for the result seminar today. Congratulations, Haikal, for your seminar, result seminar. So my question is, what is the advantage and disadvantage for your research? Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you. And why the other ones? Please raise your hand, please. Any more questions from other participants? No. What about the others?
Me, Prof.
Okay, Sri Fausia.
Okay, thanks for the chance you have given to me, Prof. My question is, what are the suggestions in your research for future research? Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay, Haikal. Time
Yes.
for you to answer the questions.
Okay, thank you for all of the participants who asking me a question about my research. I will answer the question from the first question about why I use this qualitative research in my thesis. So I use the descriptive qualitative method because in this research, the data produced is in the form of descriptive data obtained from findings in the form of writing explanation, arguments of use, words, and documentation. So that come reliable sources and research informants. And also because I want to describe about the phenomena that happen in vocational high school 1 Polwali. So it will be need to several using qualitative instruments such as interviews and observation checklists. So that's why that I choose descriptive qualitative method because I want to describe the phenomena about the use of ChatGPT in teaching writing, especially in vocational high school 1 Polwali. And then for the question about what is the advantage and disadvantage of my research, Also, it will be maybe regarding about my novelty about my research. So the novelty of my research actually lies in exploration of the practical application and impact of ChatGPT in the context of teaching or writing, especially as a feedback provider. So this study is not only examines the perception of both teachers and students, but also investigate the tangible outcomes on writing proficiency, offering new insights and into effectiveness of PI tools in enhancing educational practice. And the disadvantage of my research maybe it's more kind of like the methodological limitation, because there is a lack of previous research on this subject, especially on writing instruction, because ChatGPT is really new in our education institutional. So yeah, it is a very limited data for this research. So maybe that is. And the last is, what is the suggestion for the future researchers? I hope that there is some kind of teaching strategies that can be offered by the future researcher. So the teacher can use this strategy to integrate not only ChatGPT, but also another artificial intelligence in the learning process. So it will be helpful for the teacher in the learning process. I think that's all for all of the participants. Thank you, Prof.
Okay, that was the answers from Haikal. Does it answer the questions? Okay, now I invite the examiners. First one, Samtidar, EDD.
Siap, Prof.
Okay.
Thank you, Prof. First of all, I would like to say congratulations to Haikal that you've been in this stage, you've been in this data collections presentations on your research title, the use of ChatGPT in teaching writing. Now, so you actually teach the class or what?
No, sir. I just observe the teacher in the classroom.
And how do you know that? Is there any statement that they use the ChatGPT during the? Is there any evidence any evidence or lesson plan, or that they use ChatGPT in? I think this questions is written back when you did your proposal, but at least you need to know. Do they use the ChatGPT during teaching writing the teacher? Is there any evidence?
Yes, sir. I have conducted observation and interviews with the previous teacher.
Yeah, where is the evidence? We're not. I know the answer will be yes. Where can I refer to? Is there any video or any pictures that they use, or is there any lesson plan they use?
Actually, there is a link that I provide in the last page in my thesis, sir.
What is the link for?
The link is will be go to my repository on Google Drive. In Google Drive, there will be several documentation for my research.
Yeah, like pictures or videos, something like that?
Yes, sir. Including the teaching module.
All right, good. Now let's see in your abstract. Well, abstract normally it's abstract. It's the abstract. It means the extract of the study. Well, you don't really actually unpack. You put a very general information or the reveal of the data in your abstract. The abstract should portray the three research questions there. For example, like the perceptions. Where is the perceptions that I know this is not a final examination, but at least this data is answering all the questions. For example, like the perceptions. Where is the perceptions single data, a single answer in your abstract? Second questions and the third question. The second question is about what about what? Second question. Huh?
The perception, sir.
No, the first question is perception, right?
The first question about the implementation, sir.
Yeah, okay. The first one is the implementation. What is the answer for the first questions?
Pardon, sir?
Well, what is the answer for the questions number one? I think the questions number one should be answered like well implemented, last implemented. How will you answer these questions number one? What is the answer for number one?
The answer is well implementedly well, sir. I describe in
Yeah. Okay, so that's big data answer. But at least you need to little bit, not that too much, but at least rather than saying well implemented, but what is well implemented like in your abstract? Because if it is just only well implemented, well, we need also big picture of the data, and then what will be the follow data from that big picture. And the second question is the perceptions. What is the answer of the questions?
The answer is the perception of both the teacher and student has fulfilled the two construct of perceive is of use and perceive of usefulness, sir.
So they perceive that this ChatGPT is useful, and that also need to be unpacked, not packed one single word, but also followed by unpacked informations that they think this is useful and what kind of usefulness they use. Now questions number three, you reveal in your abstract, but I don't know the meaning for this. For example, like you said that the researcher, I don't think they use the researcher, maybe the study or this research also reveal that there is a positive and significant influence of perceived ease of use and perceived usefulness. And what does it mean? What does it mean? Is that the impact of the use of the Is that the impact? Is that the answer of the questions number three?
No, it's not.
And what is the question number three answer? You said you talk about the impact. What kind of impact? But the thing that I heard mostly the impact, I don't know whether I'm mistaken or not. The thing that I mostly heard about is like a chat check or something like that. Is that true? That one of the impact, the use of ChatGPT that they can use as a check. Is that what I heard from you? Is that true? Huh?
Pardon, sir?
I heard that you mostly talk about a checker, and instead of ChatGPT, they also use the love chat. I mean, they can chat.
Yes, sir.
Is that the part of the job? I was thinking this is writing. Mostly, if I see, like, for example, like Grammarly, for example, I think Grammarly is one of the ChatGPT, one of the AI. Now, when we talk about Grammarly, the AI provide explanations, example of the sentences. Why they don't use this instead of this one? That's what we call it writing or mechanics or writings, instruments, things. But you don't talk at all about teaching writing. What are you talking about? What area that you the answer for this? Mostly teaching writing is about where is the subject. I can see from Grammarly. Grammarly is one of the best samples of how students can learn writing skill, because they explain about the language, explain about mechanic, for example, explain about the verb, subject, anything about writing. What about this? What about your study?
It's only focused to provide feedback, sir.
Yeah, but this is teaching writing. But you didn't say feedback at all. You didn't mention feedback at all. Writing is not about the feedback. If you just only writing, you didn't say anything about feedback in your thesis. You didn't say anything about writing. You didn't put any scope that your study is only focused on feedback. You didn't say that. You didn't clearly said that. But mostly teaching writing is not about feedback. It's all about anything about writing, but mechanics, grammar, yeah, including feedback is something else. But you didn't touch anything that you're teaching writing. Teaching writing is not about feedback. Teaching feedback is after when you write something, and then you are asking about the opinion. What do you think about my writing? Is good or not, or is it on track or what? That's what we call feedback. Teaching writing is not about that one. They're about talking about all writing things. That's the thing that you and how students develop from maybe something that I was wondering that why do you use ChatGPT? Maybe monotonous general way of teaching writing, and then you switch into ChatGPT. Now, if it is not about feedback, I don't think that will be off track. That will be on. This is not on track. This is really off track. Answering these questions, because you don't talk about writing at all. You just only talk about feedback, or if it is just the same as the perception. Perception and feedback is mostly related. So where is ChatGPT works on in teaching writing? You don't put
Pardon,
you
I'm sorry,
can
sir.
answer. You said the use of ChatGPT in teaching writing as a feedback. That is the answer. You try to guide us in only in feedback, not actually the writing, not actually the skill of writing. You try to sheep us, menggiring, to sheep the sheep into that thing. But in fact, this is not about teaching writing. You only talk about the feedback. For example, like the perceive. You always talk about feedback, perceive, even though that's not. You have specific questions about that. But research question the third, you also mention about a feedback, a positive feedback, and perceive. You said last of the abstract, the researcher revealed that there is a positive and significant influence of perceived ease of use, of perceived usefulness. But this is all about perception. That's research questions too. But research question 3 is about the impact and how the use of ChatGPT improve the way they write, the way the knowledge they have about writing. That's what my concern. Because all of these, you're talking about perception. Your title is not all about the perception. You always talk about the use. But the research question is all about perception. Research questions 1 is mostly about how implemented. It's also related to your perception. Questions 2 is exactly perception. The research questions 3, you also talk about the implementation or the perception. I don't know, what are you talking about? I think this is off track from mostly you're trying to guide us to like perception. I don't know. You are not exactly. I want to see how the impact of ChatGPT. This is the outstanding of your research. Perception is we know already the answer. The perception, good, bad, intermediate. That always sort of was answer. But what I'm looking for is the impact. I want to see. This is the crux, the extract of your study. We want to see the impact of how ChatGPT can develop. And we want to learn this. I want to learn this. I want to follow this. The idea of this. Please. Yeah?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll look forward to see how you setting up this.
Yes.
Karena semuanya sedikit-sedikit perception. Perception is I think is outer. Ibaratnya makan buah salak, it's only the skin. I know some people eat the skin, but the main thing is the fruit. Yeah, I want to see how the impact, how ChatGPT change. Then in the 10 future time, maybe they don't need teacher anymore like you, Haikal. We only need ChatGPT. That will be one of the impact. For example, people are dependent on ChatGPT. Maybe you will no longer available, Haikal. ChatGPT will replace you. unfortunately. Okay, Haikal. I like this particular research, Haikal. I look forward to see your research, your data research.
Yes, sir. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Pak Sam. Do you have response, Haikal?
Yes, nothing, Prof. I think it's clear.
Yeah, you don't need to respond.
Yeah.
Okay, now I invite Dr. Tahir.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. So, Haikal, this is really a good topic to be investigated because there's a new trend in educational context, the implementation of artificial intelligence in academic environment. However, there are many investigators, there are many researchers related with this. And then how many articles have you read regarding with the artificial intelligence and writing, particularly in secondary level or upper level? How many articles I got?
Maybe up to 20 articles, sir.
20 articles.
Yes.
And then what have you got from reading 20 articles regarding with your investigation?
Pardon, sir?
What have you got? What is the essence from 20 articles do you have already read?
Okay, I got it that ChatGPT could be implemented in in learning process, sir. And then there is some proven research that ChatGPT give significant impact to the motivation for learners, and also gain the new knowledge and experience also for the teacher, for the student in the learning process. But on the other hand, there are also several research that concern with this statement because they are think that ChatGPT have several bias, especially for originality of writing from the student, because the student can cheating using ChatGPT, especially to make some kind of narrative text, yeah, like essay or something like that. So it will be need to be more comprehend for the teacher to use ChatGPT, so the student cannot using for the ChatGPT to cheating, something like that.
Okay, this is the last that you mentioned here was academic misconduct, academic thief. Academic thief means something you write from another source that you apply as yours. You write it as your own. You write it as your mind. For instance, I write ideas from you,
Yeah.
and I claim that it's mine, but in fact it is yours, not mine. That is the main concern of the implementation of artificial intelligence. And then you can use it as a gift of your research, really, not because the good implementation founded by another researcher or previous findings, but you can basically use this basic information to be your research gate. Why? Why artificial intelligence? Why does artificial intelligence create bias in any teaching level, both in secondary, upper level, even in university environment, university or college? So you can basically include yourself in the specific gap in your research. For me, I haven't found any research gap in your chapter 1 or in your background, because this is really important one. Because when we conduct a research like qualitative research, we try to build a theory, we try to build a gap from the field of the research, and then we try to compare between what they gave the research conducted previously, and then what is yours? What is new from you? What make it different from your investigation and another people's research findings? That will be important part of your chapter 1. And when it is related with the way you write in introduction process. So this is something that you miss out in the chapter 1, I think. So just talk about the positive thing. Anybody knows about the positive thing of artificial intelligence, but we don't talk about the phenomena that you want to investigate. If you just expose something positive, something new, it's what for? Another previous findings, another research also investigate the same idea as yours. That will be questionable, a big question. All right, what for? If you just expose the research has positive impact, the student have good perception. Another research already talk about it. Also found something like yours that you are currently finding. All right.
Yes,
So you need to reread again an article, many articles, not only 20 articles, but more and more articles that can enrich your basic understanding about the implementation of artificial intelligence, including what's going on with the bias with the students. We introduce artificial intelligence into some consideration. It can improve the students' understanding regarding the grammar, regarding the process of writing, cohesive content, grammar, something like that. And the answer of all it is already in artificial intelligence side. So what for we teach artificial intelligence? So the answer of all of your questions is already answered. All right?
yes, sir.
Okay, that will be the first one. Another thing that I have to mention also in this time, on this occasion, is look at your abstract part. You wrote clearly about a free variable, or in some cases, is related with quantitative study, repairable or independent variable.
Yes, sir.
All repairable should be written in your abstract. What is your reason?
First is because I just the first I just follow the previously format, sir. I forgot to remove the about the dependent variable in my abstract.
Okay, it shows that you still need to read and read again about methodology of research, because this is fatal. I think why this is fatal, because the students like you nearly master, obtaining the award for master degree program, but you miss important information about research methods. That this is ridiculous, I think. So that's why you should revise this, because it's really important part of your research summary. You need to think about using a free variable or independent variable in your research, because your research is not quantitative, but it's qualitative
Yes.
inquiry. Right. So the third one, positive influence, again and again. If you talk about influence, it means that it is related with variable. The variable that you want to investigate, you need to operationally define what was the function of free variable to the dependent variable. If you can answer this, then you can move to the research question or your findings about positive influence. The influence, how will you come to this conclusion, positive influence? My question, what was the parameter that you used to conclude that your research
Actually, sir,
investigated?
actually in the third chapter, sir, I provide the operational definition term. This sub theme is
No. My question is,
yes, sir.
the positive influences as a part, a grand part of your research answer. All right?
Yes.
A question, why?
Why? Because
You conclude that your research has positive influence regarding with the artificial intelligence implementation in teaching and writing skill, for instance.
because ChatGPT has fulfilled all of the indicators that show the impact for the student and the teacher, sir.
No, it is not about impact, the influence.
Oh, the influence, sir.
Yes. Are you saying the definition of influence a little bit the same with the impact?
No, sir.
Okay, so if you say no, so what was the influence for in your research?
The influence to make comprehension to the teacher to use ChatGPT in the learning process, sir. And also for the student to can analyze the writing in the form of text.
You know, the students cannot analyze the writing. Let artificial intelligence do the tasks, right?
Yes.
The student only asks, correct my grammar in
Yes.
my narrative text. And the artificial intelligence takes over the tasks, not the students. Yeah, that is the superpower of artificial intelligence, not only in secondary level, but also in university level. And then we know that the answer, we know the bias, all right?
Yes, sir.
Don't teach artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence give you all you need, all you want,
Yes.
all right?
Yes.
Anything in your mind can be translated, can be answered using artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Okay, back again to the positive influence. We talk about influence, we show a specific measurement, we show specific tools to conclude that it has positive or negative influence. In what ways you conclude artificial intelligence has positive influence to the students' academic writing or students' writing skill? Di mana itu buktinya? Where is the proof? Kalau influence itu kan pengaruh kan?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Maybe
we
maybe
need numerical data to find or to achieve this conclusion. We need numerical data, the influence. So my suggestion is you should change the answer in your abstract regarding the influence. If it is not related with the research question, please neglect this. You have to keep away from the answer, like positive influence. If you haven't investigated this, you're back again to your own research questions, Michael.
yes.
What was your research question? You produce, you create, you write 3 research questions. Does it related with one of your research question with influence or not?
Not, sir.
Okay, that's why this is a big mistake. I think you already wrote in your abstract session. So, okay, I think it is clear, and you should also pay much attention on the positive influence, because you haven't got any research questions, you haven't got any data supported your findings regarding the influence. I know your 3 research questions related with impact, related with perception, and related with the apalagi yang satu, what else? I forgot it. Okay.
Yes.
And now, again, this is related with what I just commenting right now, the positive influence. Now I scroll down again your abstract, and finally I found extraordinary findings related with your research. As Pak Shen also clearly show you how you misinterpret about the findings and then your research questions. Feedback provider. So this is your findings you propose, you strongly support in your abstract. But for me, this is not a part of your research questions. Okay, so the conclusion is, do not try to include your personal perspective. Do not try to invite anything you think positive as a part of your research, but it is away from the real data. All right?
Yes.
Please conclude your research. Please conclude your research. The result of research should be based on the research question. Should be based on the interview data. So never claim it, even it is positive based on your imagination, for instance, but it is not related with your research questions. Okay, this is really important one to think. You have to ponder again and again about this one. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you sure English teacher they already implemented artificial intelligence, particularly chatbot, for instance, in teaching writing?
Yes, sir. Because I conducted 1 year before I conducting this research, sir. I conduct observation in this school.
All right. So because this is writing skill,
Yes.
so another thing to be considered is you should provide any student's portfolio, student's artifact to show
Yes.
that the writing skill of the students is already there. So the research question answer the result of your research answer your truly research questions, not imaginative as you provide us. All right, provide students documents, students portfolio to show this is the writing skill activity in relation with the implementation of artificial intelligence in design communication visual class.
Yes.
If you haven't found it yet, back again to research again, because you know this is the qualitative inquiry. If we think that our data is not enough, so the researcher should again and again back to the field of research to find more and more rich data to answer your research questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so provided documents to show this is the implementation of artificial intelligence in writing activity, including the lesson plan, all right?
Yes.
Including the teaching material, because this is qualitative. All things is qualitatively described in your investigation, not only about the way you collect the raw data, you display the data, you what is it? After you did triangulation, for instance, no, you don't have to stop until there because there are many things, important information that you missed out from these investigations. You need to fulfill it, all right?
Yes, sir.
For instance, the students writing task or assignment, yang mananya itu. So we really want to investigate
Yes.
the poor performance students in artificial intelligence, the very good performance students in artificial intelligence. What is the role of the teacher in this case?
The role.
Teaching. No. I mean, the scenario, you should describe the scenario of teaching because your research more or less related with the implementation. Implementation means that the overall artificial intelligence applied in the design communication visual classroom. In the beginning of the teaching learning process, while teaching learning process, and the end of teaching learning process. So you should accumulate this, and then you might finally conclude I have solved the total implementation of artificial intelligence in teaching writing in design communication visual class. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the last is about taking some sampling technique. What was your subject? How many subjects?
7 students and 1 teacher, sir.
1 teacher.
Yes.
How did you take the sample or the subject?
So I determine the requirements for the subject, sir, such as they are utilize ChatGPT and comprehend how to use ChatGPT in the learning process.
Yeah, the reason you took Proposite, the reason you took a random sampling technique in your study. This is what I intend to
Purposive
explain.
sampling, sir.
Okay. You should provide the reasons. Yeah,
I
mengapa?
provide, sir, in chapter 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think enough for me, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, is Dr. Agus here? Oh, no? Let me check. Okay, since Dr. Agus not here, so I'll proceed to the co-supervisor, Sundra.
Kayaknya Sera Sunat lagi ada acara, Prof. Di kampus.
Dia tidak ada di sini.
Oh. Tadi masuk, sir, Prof. Cuman keluar lagi kayaknya karena ada kegiatan di kampus.
Okay, since Pak Sundra is not in the room, so this is my turn now. Okay, I would like to say congratulations to you, Haikal, Fikri. Welcome to the stage. Yeah, result seminar, and then we'll have one more step or stage to complete your study. Okay, I think ChatGPT, which is artificial intelligence application, is right now, you can say it's booming. Many people use it to help them in many activities. Yeah, including academic activities in university level. Many people use it to assist them, in completing their work. But then we have to be very wise to use it because there are some drawbacks that ChatGPT can bring, in especially to the students, because the student can cheat, can using it, and you know, I think many of them just uses it and copy the result of the AI application, then paste it in their work. I think academically that's not wise, I think. So, but right now it's very hard to avoid, that kinds of practice, because we can say that you have to, when the student use, for example, ChatGPT or the like, sometimes we ask the student to paraphrase. But then there are also many applications that you can use to paraphrase certain text. So I think teachers or lecturers at the university should find other strategies to really use the application. I think that's a must for the teachers, for the lecturers to find other strategies in order that the students really learn, really learn the materials, not only copy and then paste it in their activities or their task or assignment. Okay, I think this is interesting, but I think because this is only descriptive qualitative, then I think you need to put in your suggestion that especially for further research, because your research is only you can say this is only a describing others' work. You describe a certain class in schools, yeah. And then I think you need to suggest or to recommend other researchers to conduct a research that piloting the AI application in the classroom. So what Pak Sam just now was questioning about the impact, yeah, especially the influence. If you want to know the influence or the effect of certain AI application, I think you need to pilot the application, yeah, in the classroom. So I think you get the real effect, the real influence of that application in academic setting, yeah.
Yes, Prof.
I think that's my. I think you noted all the suggestions from the examiners, and then you improve your report, yeah,
Yes, Prof.
and then come to me to discuss the improvement, the correction before coming to the final stage of your study. Okay, I turn it back to Pak KPS, Pak Dr. Tahir.
Ya, Prof.
Terima kasih.
Okay, Prof.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you, Prof. And again, we back to this meeting again, and then I remind Haikal
Yes, sir.
that 1 week or over 1 week, you can be in the next session of this your academic journey, I think. So listen all, notice all the suggestion and question from the examiners to make it your thesis even better than before. We facilitate you here, but don't or never think that we judge you like you are criminal. No,
Yes, sir.
we lead you to perform your thesis better than before, right?
Yes.
So all the questions probably make you unhappy, make you sad, but we really intend to see the quality of the manuscript, the quality of your thesis. Not blame you, not. This is not our right to blame you. This is not our right to judge you like you are in the court now. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tetap semangat ya.
Siap.
This is the process of achieving a good mental. All right?
Yes, sir.
Maturity in academic. This is something that you really want to achieve as academics. All right? Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Prof. This is really, for me, Prof. Mudinoni and Dr. Lasundra have been very helpful to this activity. And then also the examiners, thank you so much for your contributions in order to make this manuscript better than before, right? Also, the audience, thank you so much for your questions. This is really important. Our amazing presentation today. By reciting Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, that's we closed our result seminar today. Mohon maaf kalau ada kata yang salah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you very
wabarakatuh.
much, sir. Prof.
Yeah.